Talk heard before each Salem Tiger basketball game with Stan Stevens and Coach Jared Patterson. And now Tiger Talk on KSMO Media.
Welcome to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens and Coach Jared Patterson. Coach, the Salem Tigers and the Fatima Comets battled a pretty good almost 3 quarters where it was an 11, 9.7-point game, and nobody could really pull away from each other, and Salem Tigers just couldn't catch back up. But they were staying right in the game, right with Fatima, and all of a sudden it seems like a technical against the Fatima coach suddenly spurred them on, and the officials saw a lot of fouls on Salem's side, and you had 12 of 13 free throws suddenly in that third quarter. Things changed in a hurry, didn't it?
Yes, I feel like we played a good 22 minutes, and those last 2 minutes of the third quarter, man, Fatima really turned it on. They had some key turnovers and went on a 12-0 run to end the third quarter, and it kind of just took all the wind out of our sails. And we knew going into the fourth quarter, if it's a 7-8 point ball game, we have a good shot. And really, it just kind of got away from us at the end of the third quarter. But the kids battled. I mean, that's a team that's been state ranked this year. Really good coach. And really good ball club. And
they got out to a 17-point lead. The Tigers came back, dropped that back to 7 before, obviously all this happened in the third quarter. But, that shows a little bit more confidence now in the Salem Tigers. If they fall behind, that they can come back, Coach. And that's a learning experience that you can't teach. It just has to happen in a game like this, doesn't it?
Yes. And I mean, learning how to battle back and face adversity is a huge thing that we talk about every day. And a team like that, man, they are just so good and talented, and maybe one of the best teams we'll see this season. And to be able to, go to toe-to-toe with them for 3 quarters and, just come up short in the fourth is, not a moral victory, but gives us a little bit of confidence going into these district and conference games.
And especially playing a team like Fatima gets you ready for your SCA schedule as well, doesn't it?
Yes, they're very similar to Thayer and very similar to Steelville as well. So there's a couple teams that we'll see in the next couple weeks here. Just super uber athletic and can push the ball, and just really long, lengthy athletic groups.
So Tigers take on Coach Dino McKinney and the Sullivan Eagles. This is an old foe. It's an old rivalry that's been going on for years. They're not going to throw anything you don't know that they're going to throw at you, Coach. It's just how Coach McKinney institutes that. He's pretty tricky out there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's one of the best coaches around. Dino always has his boys ready, and they play really hard, really physical. It's a really strong group that he has this year, has some shooters. They don't go very deep, but they're really strong core of players. And, we battled them in December. Mm-hmm. We were a little short-handed and really fought with them to the end. And they made some free throws at the end that made that score look a little worse than it was. But, we feel like we've improved so much since that December 19th matchup. And, we get to kind of prove that tonight, literally a month later.
This could be really be a key game for the Salem Tigers. You win this game, you play for that 5th place trophy. It's a consolation trophy. Obviously, you lose your first game. But then you've got Steelville on Tuesday and then the SCA schedule. This could really be a jumping-off point for the Salem Tiger basketball team.
Yes, I feel like we've been playing good basketball the last few games, especially after that bowl tournament, and, get that momentum and start to see those results. We've came close and, we battled and, back and forth, and it just came up short and just didn't execute down the stretch. And we really feel like this is a game that we are confident in. We had a great practice yesterday. Kids shooting really well. So I think going into this one, we have a lot of confidence.
And we weren't afraid to shoot the 3-ball, and we're fairly successful at it in that game against Fatima. And, Coach, that also breeds confidence. That kind of carries over from the previous game that we had against Houston the Friday night here at Salem. So if some of the long-range shots are going to open up things down low as well for rebounds, isn't it?
Yes, and, Dino, he'll come up with a good game plan. But if they set in that zone, we're going to have to hit some outside shots. And I feel like as the year's gone on, we've gotten better and better at shooting on the outside. And, that's just going to be one of those keys. We hit some outside shots, and then that opens up some driving lanes for Gunner and Bryson. And, that's when we really are, clicking on all cylinders when we get up and run and push the ball and hit some outside shots. Really, that's our go-to and our bread and butter.
All right, Coach. Well, the very best of luck today against the Sullivan Eagles. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Stay tuned. Tiger basketball, it is next.
Thank you, Stan. That has been Tiger Talk with Coach Jared Patterson. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger basketball comes your way next.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
And now it's time for Salem Tiger basketball. On 1340 AM, 95.7 FM, online at KSMOradio.com, or from the KSMO stream page on Facebook. And it's being sponsored by K&H Auto Supply, Town and Country Bank, the Salem Memorial Hospital, SMDH Family Medicine, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto Supply, Progressive Ozark Bank, Your World Today, Town Screen, Town and Country Insurance, the City of Salem, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Duncan Family Chiropractic Center, Edward Jones, Jadwin and Smith Auto Body, State Farm Insurance, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Salem Trust, Cuddy's Well Service, Enrichment Services. And now, Salem Tiger basketball.
It's the consolation bracket of the St. James tournament. It's Salem versus Sullivan. Sullivan lost by 1 point overtime to Rush on Tuesday, while the Salem Tigers fell to Fatima. And so we're getting ready to get this one underway as the starters are being announced here for both teams. For the Sullivan Eagles, it'll be Aiden Kirk, Gavin Dace, Chris Glazer, Drake Gower, and Sam Summers. From the Salem Tigers, it'll be Trey Richter, Bryson May, Gunnar Conkle, also Hayden Sanders, and Caden Gately. About ready to get this one underway. Sullivan is in their gold uniforms with their black trim, their little paw prints that they have, the eagle wings, I should say, not the paw prints, the eagle wings, and they have the claw, little claw on the side. And the Salem Tigers in their white uniforms with the navy blue numbers and navy blue piping on the side and the tiger on the hip. We're getting ready to get underway. Tip back by Summers, and it comes down to Gavin Dace. Dace goes in the corner to Glazer. Back on top to Dace, going inside to Gower. Gower goes back on top. Down low underneath, all alone is Sam Summers, and he lays it up and in. 2-0, Sullivan Eagles. Summers at 6'6". Biggest guy out there for the Eagles. Pass goes all the way across. In the corner, Sanders for the three. Goes off the rim. No good. Richter brings down the rebound in the corner. Out on top to May, taking it down low, trying to bank it in. He does. Bryson May with a little short 6-footer. Hit the rim, hit the backboard, then back off the rim. 2-2 our score, just underway. Sullivan and Salem got together earlier this season, and it was Sullivan emerging with that win. I believe it was 54-45. I might check the book on that. That's exactly what the score was. First turnover by Sullivan as they throw it in their own bench. Tigers have it. Gunnar Conkle, top of the key, left side. Hayden Sanders beyond three. Bounce pass to Gately in the corner. Richter for the three, too hard. Comes down off the fingertips of Bay. Taken underneath there by Aiden Kirk. Kirk the other way to Dace. Gavin looking left side. Goes over there to Glazer, back to Dace. Dace, top of the key. In that corner, goes trying to find a little bit of opening is Kirk, but he can't. Ball goes tipping out of bounds, and they'll say it goes off of the Sullivan Eagles as Sanders was over there getting in the way. It went off Kirk, out of bounds. Turnover number 2. And Salem will take over. 6:46 to go first quarter. 2-2 our score.
Hand off to Sanders, right on the top of the key to May. He takes the three off the front of the rim. No good. Kirk has that rebound. Back comes the Eagles the other way. Dace all the way down. Going baseline underneath off the fingertips of Sam Summers and out of bounds. Turnover number 3 for the Eagles. That pass is right along the floor and skimmed out of bounds as Gunnar Conkle brings it up. Tigers 0 for 2 in their last 2 trips down after tying the game 2-2. May going to Gately. Gately at that high post kicks it outside to Sanders. Sanders beyond 3, top of the key, May. May, right wing, Trey Richter, the 3. It pinballs off. No good. Brought down by Gately. A nice reverse layup. Good. Caden Gately with a strong rebound and putback. Tigers go up by 2. Glazer has it, goes down the wing. Getting it there is Summers. Summers in the offensive zone. Bounce pass out on top to Glazer. Glazer right at the top of the key. Hands that ball off to Dace. Dace. Back to Glazer in the corner. That three-pointer is too hard. Comes down the hands of May. Good job by Sanders backing up, keeping Summers away from that rebound. May goes to Gunnar Conkle. Inside it goes to Richter. Outside Sanders. Three-pointer up too hard. Comes down the hands of Summers. Ball was like a rocket out of the hands of Hayden Sanders. Went over top of everything. And now the pass intended for Kirk from Dace goes behind him out of bounds into the runway down to the locker rooms. Sullivan not on track right now. Salem with a 4-2 lead. 4 turnovers by the Eagles. Pass left side to Sanders. Beyond 3, out on top to Richter. Goes right side May. May back to Richter. Open for the 3. That one's off the front of the rim. No stuff over top of Sanders into the hands of Kirk. He's got 3 rebounds. Kirk in the corner, Glazer. Back to Kirk. Right in the middle of the floor to Dace. Dace trying to drive in, stops, goes the other way. Outside it goes to Gower. Inside it goes. Short little layup. Will not fall by Dace. Loose on the floor. Taken by Richter back the other way. Richter across the midsection. Underneath intended for May. Throws it too far in front of him. Goes out of bounds off the padding here at St. James. 4-2 our score. 4:41 to go. First quarter. Dace gets it to Kirk, back to Dace as the Eagles facing a little bit of forecourt pressure. Gets it off to Glazer. Going back to Dace across the timeline to Gower. Gower trying to drive down. Can't, gets cut off. Goes back out on top to Dace. Dace moving from left to right. Stops as Gunnar Conkle. There goes to Gower beyond 3. In the corner, Kirk with the three-pointer off the front of the iron. Tipped there by Conkle. Can he keep it alive? He does, but it comes right into the hands of Kirk. First turnover by Salem. Now steal by Richter. Richter all the way down. Lays it up and in. Richter with the first steal of the game for the Salem Tigers. And the 5th turnover by Sullivan. 6-2. Salem Tigers on top. As Kirk will give it back to Dace. Left side pass, Gower. All the way across the floor. Waiting for it there is Glazer. Ball tipped and stolen away by the Tigers again. Here comes Conkle all the way down underneath to May off the glass. No, it will not fall. And Conkle brings it down, falls down. Ball still loose on the floor. Can't control it. Taken away by the Eagles. Here the other way. Kirk comes down. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Salem Tiger ball. Officials are letting them play here. Some bumping and scraping out there, but no fouls have been called. Conkle goes to Hayden Sanders, left wing. Bounce pass out to Richter out near the center court. Tiger here at St. James. Back to May, right side Conkle. Goes inside Gately. Gately fires it outside to Richter. Guarded there by Glazer. Back across the floor to Conkle. Gately with a little left-handed flip. No good. Brought down by Glazer. Back the other way, Dace. 3 minutes to go. This is the first quarter. 6-2 Salem. Summers on that baseline. Back outside to Kirk for the 3, and it pinballs around but will not go. Sam Summers with a rebound but can't get it to fall. Brought down by Gunner on the other side. Conkle getting it down low. That missed layup by May is captured on the floor by Chris Glazer. Dace the other way. A lot of misses by both teams early on in this one. Glazer's pass comes to Gower, back to Dace. Dace now ball tipped by the Salem Tigers. That is steal number 3. And here comes May down. He is fouled for the first foul of the game. That's going to be on Dace. Gavin Dace with the foul. 6-2 Salem on top. Sullivan uncharacteristically with 8 turnovers, 8 in the first quarter, as May hits the first free throw of the game. Salem has 3 steals, 5 unforced turnovers by Sullivan. That is not a Dino McKinney kind of team. May has another free throw coming, and this one is nothing but net. It's good. 8-2 Salem. May comes out. Landon Richter checks in for the Salem Tigers. Cambrian Cox checks in for Sullivan. He gets the pass. Koch back across the floor to Dace. Down the middle to floor to Kirk. Kicks it outside. Shot there by Gower for 3. No good, but Sam Summers is there for the rebound, and he banks it in. He's got all 4 Sullivan points. It's an 8-4 game with 2:10 to go, first quarter. Bringing it down is Cameron. Henry Cameron gets it across to Richter. Richter back to Cameron right at the top of the key on the perimeter. Kicks it down to Landon Richter. Out to Gunnar Conkle, left wing beyond 3. Starts his drive inside. Fires it in the corner for Richter. Might have been intended for Cameron. It goes out of bounds. That's the 4th turnover for Salem. A lot of unforced turnovers early on in this game. As mentioned, 5 for Sullivan, 3 for Salem. Pass goes down the corner. Getting it there is Gower. Gower out in front of the scorer's bench to Dace. All the way across the floor to Koch. Back to Dace. 1:35 to go. Trying to get away from Richter. Dace flips the left side. Gower all the way across the floor. Putting it ball down the corner to Kirk was Koch. Now on top, Dace. Down low to Summers. Summers shot off the glass. No good. Foul on Gately. 6'6" Sam Summers. Got good low position on Gately. Caden did everything he could to try and get up, block the shot, but Summers with the body position was able to go up with it, but was fouled by Gately. We're waiting for Henry Cameron to tie his shoe. First free throw is coming up for Sullivan, courtesy of Sam Summers. And the first one is good. 8-5 our score. First quarter action. 1:26 remains. Next one, also good. Summers with all 6 Sullivan points. Salem has had some opportunities that they have missed the basket with early on in this game, but they still lead at 8-6. Ball on top to Richter. Landon to Gately out to Gunnar Conkle. In the corner to Trey Richter. Inside it goes to Cameron. Fires it outside to Landon Richter for the 3. It's off the iron. Brought down, controlled by Sullivan. Salem's got a very small lineup out there as Dace brings it down. Kicks it outside. And Henry Cameron coming back on defense. Deflects that ball out of bounds. Gavin Dace to inbound it. They fired in quickly. Three-pointer up and good as Sullivan takes the lead as Trey Gower gets it to fall. 9-8. With under a minute to go here, first quarter. Cameron trying to get away from Gower, goes back to Gunnar. In the corner, Richter. Back to Gunnar Conkle. Outside, Landon Richter back to Gunnar Conkle, back to Richter. Salem playing outside that three-point line. Ball goes inside again, off of Henry Cameron and out of bounds. Tigers have tried that play twice. It has not worked either time. This time the ball behind Cameron. Got a piece of it, but couldn't control it. 30 seconds to go. First quarter, 9-8 Sullivan. Pass to Summers. Right at the timeline. Summers turns, fires into the corner to Kirk. Kirk out on top to Dace. 20 seconds to go. Dace in the corner, waiting for there's Koch. Koch trying to drive in, and Koch will be fouled by Cade Gately. It'll be his second. Koch tried to drive baseline. Cade got a little too much body on him, and he gets his second foul. 14 seconds to go. Caden Du Bois checks in. May checks in. Sanders checks in. Pass comes in the corner to Gower. Gower back to Dace. Dace with 10 seconds. Starts to drive in. Fires it all the way across to Koch. Out on top to Gower, to Dace. Dace in the paint. Outside it goes. The three-pointer up and off the iron. No good. Tipped. Ball loose. Summers takes it. Turns off the glass. No good. And we have played one quarter here at St. James. Our score, the Sullivan Eagles 9, Salem Tigers 8. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Town Screen is popping up all over Salem with over 17 display screens in numerous locations. Town Screen is a community network for everything local, not just businesses, but for everyday use like a Help Wanted ad, selling your truck, for those having a yard sale, or if your group is holding an upcoming event. The townscreen.com site is a self-serve platform that's low cost, easy, and fast, where you post a message today and you see it tomorrow. For more information or if you need help, see Kenny or Ben at 800 South Main Street in the front office of KSMO Media.
I'm Dr. Tiffany Bland with Salem Memorial District Hospital. Recently, there have been many changes within our local clinics and hospitals, and you may find yourself looking for a new provider for your children. At SMDH, we would like to reach out to the community to let you know that we do see patients of all ages. Most of our providers are family practice, which means that we have been trained to see well child visits as well as sick visits. We are happy to answer any questions that you may have. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
This is game 1 of 2 tonight in the consolation bracket. Waynesville and St. James will play next. And the winner of this game will play the winner of that game Saturday at 3:30. The loser of this game will play the loser of that game tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Du Bois gets it in to Richter. Landon going to May. May back on top. Du Bois back to Bryson May. Now to Sanders inside Gunnar Conkle. Out on top May. Drives the paint. Short jumper trying to bank it in. It won't go. And Kirk has that rebound, his fourth. 9-8 Sullivan. Dace the other way on top. Kirk in the corner. There's Koch. Back for the three. It rims out by Kirk. Taken down by Summers. Summers takes it to the hole and lays it in. Sam Summers was able to out-jump Caden Du Bois. Brought that rebound down and puts it home. Right now, Sullivan on 9-0 run. Here's Gunnar Conkle. Trying to drive in. Outside it goes to Sanders. Had to go up high to get that one. Back to Bryson May, now to Richter. 11-8. Sullivan on top. Du Bois to May. May, who just missed that short 6-footer. Goes in the corner to Richter for a quick three. It rims out. No good. Goes off the hands of Sanders. He said it went off the shoulder of Sullivan. That's not going to work. So Sullivan will have the ball. 7:03 to go in the half. 11-8. Eagles on top. Again, Salem shooting right now has not been good here. And there's a charge called on Sam Summers as he goes over top of Caden Du Bois. Got to that low post. He was wide open, and Du Bois got in there, was able to get position. And then Summers just dropped the shoulder, went over top, draws the foul, then gives the ball back to the Salem Tigers. Here's May. On top, Du Bois, right side Richter. In the corner to Sanders. Inside to Bryson May. Going against Summers. That's not even fair. And now Gunnar Conkle fires in the corner, but there's nobody there for the Salem Tigers. Salem continues to call for tips and shoulder rubs, but it's not happening. It's just a bad pass. Or the man was not in the position he was supposed to be. Koch has it. Koch bounce pass across to Dace. Dace in the offensive zone. Goes to Kirk. Aiden spins, flips it all the way across the floor to Koch. Goes in the corner, Gower. Out on top, Dace. Trying to drive in. He walks with the ball. Got a little anxious. Did Gavin Dace. He took off. 10th turnover in this half for Sullivan. Du Bois will get it into Richter. Salem down by 3. 11-8 with 6:15 to go. This is the first half of the consolation bracket. Here's Richter on the perimeter. All the way across the floor to May. Juggles it, gets it back to Richter. Thought about the three, guarded there by Kirk. Back to May. On in between the circles to Richter. Hangs on to it, makes his move toward the left side. Stops, goes left side to Du Bois. Du Bois starts driving in, back on top of Richter. Fakes the three, kicks it outside to May. Salem having trouble penetrating inside. Richter takes that three. It's way offline, no good. And it went off the shoulder, I believe, of Dace. It'll stay with the Salem Tigers. That's a break for Salem. The shot was so far offline, it actually hit the Sullivan player. 5:42 to go. This is the first half. Pass goes outside the Conkle. 9-footer, good. Gunnar Conkle's first basket of the game brings Salem within 1 point, and they finally break that schneid that they've been on a 7.5-minute scoreless streak. With that ball trying to get across the line is Glazer. Gets it over to Summers. Summers out near the Four Rivers Conference insignia on here on the floor at St. James. Pass goes across to Glazer. Glazer in front of the scorer's table, back to Dace. 5:10 to go. First half, 11-10. Sullivan on top. Glazer guarded there by Richter. Moves towards the middle of the floor and flips it off to Dace. Dace on the left wing in the corner to Gower. Back on top, Dace. Dace starts to drive in, flips it back to Gower. Shot for three from the corner, rims out. No good. Taken down by Dace. Dace trying to kick it back outside to Kirk for that three, and it's good. Dace gets a very important offensive board, kicks it back out, and the lead for Sullivan extends to 4. Here's May with 4:35 to go. First half. May right at the St. James Tiger insignia. Right side pass to Sanders to Du Bois. Back to May. May to Hayden Sanders. Left side corner pass to Richter. Now to May. Back to Sanders. Back to May. Trying to drive in, gets cut off. Sanders in the right corner trying to get away from Kirk and does. Back to May. May. Left side pass to Du Bois. To May. Back on top Sanders to Du Bois. Caden on top May. Starts his drive in towards the hole. Flips it up and in. Got over top of Sanders that time. Bryson's got 6. Salem back to within 2. The pass comes to Glazer with 3:50 to go. Back to Dace. Gavin Dace. His brother Gabe out for the year with a back problem. He hurt himself in training. Now a jumper from Caden Kirk is no good as he picked up the ball. Brought down by Hayden Sanders. Back the other way. Richter over to Gunnar Conkle. Against Glazer. Gunnar backs it up. Kicks it outside to May. The three-pointer up off the iron. Brought down and controlled there by Dace. His third rebound. With 3:20 to go, he flips it over to Glazer. Glazer down the left wing. Pulls up. Guarded there by Sanders. Inside pass. Getting it there's Dace. Back to Glazer for the three-pointer. It's good. Chris Glazer hits the three. Good setup there by Gavin Dace, going right back to the man who just gave him the pass that was clear and wide open. 17-12, our score. Sanders for Salem all the way across to May. Back to Sanders. Salem with just 4 points in this second quarter. To Richter. Back to Gunnar Conkle starting a baseline drive. Lost the ball out of bounds. 7th turnover for Salem. Salem had a lot of opportunities early when Sullivan coughed the ball up. Still have 10 turnovers this first half, but Salem took advantage of none. Not one of those turnovers. Not initially. I think we got one on a rebound. We actually scored 2 points. Pass comes in the middle of the floor to Kirk. Goes in the corner to Glazer. That ball tipped out of bounds by Trey Richter, intended for Gavin Dace. 2:36 to go. This is the first half. 17-12 Sullivan. Salem should be in front of this one with all the turnovers that they had. Just 2 fouls for each team. This has been a pretty clean yet somewhat physical game. Pass across to Koch. Koch all the way back across Glazer with another three. That one's way offline, brought down by Conkle. Conkle the other way quickly for the Salem Tigers. Kicks it outside in the corner to Henry Cameron. Cameron juggles it and then walks with it. Henry tried to flip it, got it, and then walked with it while trying to get it over to Trey Richter. Another turnover for the Salem Tigers. That's the 8th one. These little kind of laissez-faire little flip passes don't make it on teams like Sullivan that's going to pressure you. And that one almost given away. Now Glazer back on top. Koch in the corner, Gower. Gower stops, flips it all the way across to Glazer. Glazer down low to Kirk. Kirk out to Glazer. Glazer trying to get inside, down low to Kirk. Kirk trying to get that shot off. Does. It will not fall. Put back up and in by Dace, and he draws the foul. Good offensive board by Gavin Dace to fight his way between 2 Tigers and then drew the foul, I believe, on Gunnar Conkle. And that will be on Gunner. It'll be his first. 19-12. Salem has been unable to really generate any offense here in the second quarter. Got 4 points. And a timeout called by Coach Jared Patterson. 20-12. Sullivan on top. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Hi, I'm Andrew Wynn. Town & Country Bank makes it easy with the best rates and terms on land and mortgage loans. Hit the trail, make a splash, or enjoy a beautiful sunset. Town & Country Bank can help you finance that beautiful acreage you've always wanted. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 899641.
The winner of this game will play Saturday afternoon at 3:30. The loser plays tomorrow at 5 here at St. James. Don't forget Salem next game, regular schedule game, not on a tournament, will be Steelville Tuesday night against the Cardinals, and they're a very good team. And the Tigers will have their hands full at Steelville. Always a tough place to play. It'll be Tuesday night, 6 o'clock JV action. The varsity game will follow. We'll be there for the varsity contest on KSMO Radio. Lady Tigers are at Owensville tonight. We wish them the very best against the Dutch girls. They'll be off another week, and they won't play again until next Thursday. Yeah, one of those quirks in the schedule. They'll be off till next Thursday, and they will play Sullivan at that time before they get back into SCA play. Henry Cameron brings it up after the timeout by Coach Patterson over to Richter. Salem's really all over this game early on, but could not get the basket to go. And so right now the pass goes inside to Gately. Short jumper off the iron. It will not fall. And Glazer has the rebound. Salem's been not badly out-rebounded in this game. Here comes Dace the other way. Inside it goes to Sam, and Summers lays it in. Summers has 10. The lead is 10 for Sullivan. After Salem had an 8-2 lead, they've been outscored 20-4. 1:05 to go. Here's Richter for the three. It pinball straight up in the air, will not go down, and Dace has that rebound. His fifth. One and done for the Salem Tigers. The other way, Dace. In the corner, Glazer. Now back to Dace. Trying to fire it inside. Ball tipped away and taken there by Sam Summers. Summers gets it back outside to Glazer. On top, Dace. Back to Glazer in the left corner. Back to Dace as they play catch. Tigers double teaming. Dace goes underneath to Sam Summers all alone. Shot up and good. Salem really has no answer for that. And now a player for Sullivan. It looks like Cox has to tie his shoe. 28 seconds to go. Salem down by 12. And here comes Landon Richter over across to Henry Cameron. Cameron back to Richter. Between the circles, right side, Trey Richter. All the way back across to Landon. Down to 17 seconds. Back to Trey. On top, Landon to Cameron. Cameron trying to spin inside. Trying to drive into Landon Richter for the three. Off the iron, no good. And Sanders trying to come in for the rebound. Ball's tipped, I believe, by Dace out of bounds. They'll stay with the Salem Tigers with 5.6 seconds left. Sanders bounce pass to Trey Richter. Goes to the corner outside the Landon for another three. And this one's short. Comes down too late as put back up and in by Henry Cameron, but does not count. And we have played 2 quarters here. The Salem Tigers only 4 points in that second quarter. They get outscored 15-4, and they trail it 24-12 here at the first half end. We'll come back in 3 minutes with stats on the first half. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Get professional quality tools at K&H Auto Supply in Salem, like a 40-inch creeper for $74.99, a 3-ton SUV jack for $164.99, a 25-piece drill bit set for $21.99, and a 20-inch lug wrench for $26.99. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Country Mart is your party central when it comes to food trays. They have deli meat and cheese trays, as well as fresh fruit and cheese trays. They can also prepare special party platters of fried chicken, chicken tenders, hot wings, or smoked ribs. You may even have your own party tray in mind. Talk with the fine folks at the Country Mart Deli. Please stop by to pre-order your party trays or call 729-3455. Country Mart, Highway 3272 East, right here in Salem.
The Bank of Salem is part of the MoneyPass ATM network. MoneyPass has nearly 23,000 ATMs coast to coast, and the network continues to grow. MoneyPass ATM is surcharge-free, so you won't worry about paying a fee to access your money. Regardless of where you live, work, or travel, you're sure to find a MoneyPass ATM nearby. Just look for the MoneyPass logo and use your existing Bank of Salem ATM or debit card. It's that easy, and it's all part of our commitment to providing you with superb products and services. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
Say goodbye to wasting your hard-earned money and traveling long distances to get your MRI. This is Bobby Sullins, Radiology Director at Salem Memorial District Hospital. The hospital now has the newest technology in-house 5 days a week, and it's open bore, meaning you have ample room to get comfortable during your exam. If you have any questions, just give me a call at 729-6626. The Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Welcome back, St. James. Stan Stevens along with you here. 24-12. Sullivan on top. Salem got out to a great start, had an 8-2 lead in this one, and they watched Sullivan score the last 7 points of the first quarter to take a 9-8 lead at the end of one, and they've outscored Salem 22-4 since the 6-minute mark of that first quarter. So the Tigers just not getting the job done. One and done for most of their shooting, and turnovers, well, really, Sullivan with 10. Salem Tigers finished with 8. And a lot of those turnovers were actually very aggressive turnovers, trying to do some passing in the offensive zone. So there weren't a lot of steals by Sullivan, only 2, 3 for the Salem Tigers against the Eagles, who also had a lot of unforced turnovers. 7 of those were unforced as well. So the Tigers with 6 unforced turnovers, 7 for Sullivan, in a game that kind of just started out a little bit slow for the Eagles, but the Tigers did not take advantage of that. They got out to that 8-2 lead, as I mentioned, but they could have extended that lead out a few times, just did not get it done. So right now, the Eagles are being led by Sam Summers. Salem has just not got an answer for Sam. He's got 12 points and 4 rebounds in the game. Coming in next is 4 different guys with 3 points. You got Aiden Kirk, Gavin Dace, Chris Glazer, and Drake Gower, each with 3 points to add to the 12 for Sam Summers, and you've got a 24-point collection of points for the Sullivan Eagles. The Salem Tigers, Bryson May has 6 to lead the way, and 2 points each for Trey Richter, Gunnar Conkle, and Caden Gately. Salem Tigers leading rebounder is 2 for Trey Richter and Gunnar Conkle. For the Sullivan Eagles, they have their leading rebounder, Gavin Dace, with 5, 4 for Sam Summers, 4 for Aiden Kirk, and 3 for Chris Glazer. Salem being out-rebounded 16-7 in that first half. As I mentioned, 8 turnovers for Salem, 10 for the Eagles, 3 steals for Salem, 2 for the Eagles. Foul trouble, really nobody. Caden Gately has 2, and that's it. I mean, in all honesty, you really have that issue for the Salem Tigers. That's it. that really is it. Gunnar Conkle's got one. Gavin Dace has one. Sam Summers has one. So not a lot of fouls in that first half for either team. Very quick played first half with the Eagles on top 24-12. Waynesville and St. James will battle it out next, and the winner of that game will play the winner of this game Saturday afternoon at 3:30, and the loser of this game will play the loser of that game, and that will be at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in the consolation game. So, a lot at stake, though. Salem coming in with a 5-11 record. They've played better than that record, but with the one-and-dones here in the first half, kind of reverting back to just trying to shoot three. Sullivan has cut off the inside game at all costs for Salem, and they're just not able to penetrate. And so they have really struggled trying to go inside. They've gotten in there a few times. Bryson May has been able to penetrate. So did Henry Cameron one time, just didn't go down. But for the most part, Salem has stayed on the perimeter trying to shoot from outside, and that's probably just not going to work here against the Eagles, who have dominated the low posts on the offense and defensive side. We're going to take a 2.5-minute break and come back with the second half. 24 for Sullivan, 12 for Salem. Back in 2.5 minutes. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
The New Year's savings sale is going on now at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem. You'll find Seafoam Quick Action Trans Tune, $8.49 for the 16-ounce size. Scott Shop Towels, the original roll of 55 sheets for only $2.49. And Peak 30 All-in-One Windshield Wash Orange for $4.49 for the gallon size. And Napa Premium Performance Motor Oil, $18.99 for 5 quarts. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard.
Keeping life simple can be a challenge, but not when you're switching to Progressive Ozark Bank. Plus, Click Switch allows you to move your direct deposit with one click. You can also use Switch Assist to move all of your automatic bill payments and subscriptions. Click plus click equals switch. Get customized alerts ranging from security to activity balances and more. Big banking technology at your local hometown bank. Progressive Ozark Bank. FDIC insured, they are an equal housing lender where people matter.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Trust wants you to know they'll work directly with anyone. You don't need a contractor to use their services. Salem Trust can then use their modern engineering software to design and construct the quality trusses specific for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of their work does. Plus, Salem Trust is locally owned and operated. Open Monday through Friday. Call Salem Trust at 729-9276 for more information.
Cuddy's Well Service and Plumbing, LLC in Salem provides well pump repairs to existing wells and pump installations in new wells. In addition, they can handle all of your plumbing needs. They can also provide backhoe and dump truck services. Need creek rock or white rock delivered? Give Cuddy's Well Service a call at 729-2787. Cuddy's is a proud supporter of Salem Tiger Athletics and all of the students in Salem and Dent County.
And right now, this time of year, neither one of them. Welcome back to St. James. Stan Stevens with you here. And don't forget, Blues hockey will be coming your way next. We'll join that game in progress right after the conclusion of this one. They're taking on the Nashville Predators. That'll be right here on KSMO Media. 24-12, it's Sullivan with the lead. Tigers will have to just get a little bit more aggressive on the boards and try and get something inside against these Eagles. Sam Summers at 6'6", he's a big guy out there. He does take up a lot of room. One thing that Coach Dino McKinney does so well is he trades off in defenses. So if Salem comes out thinking it's going to be a man-to-man or zone, he'll switch off, and he'll switch off on the run. Sullivan will inbound the ball to start things out. with that ball right now is Dace. Dace. Well, they didn't start the clock. And then they reset the clock to try and put up the different starters. In doing so, they did not start the clock. So we're going to start all over again. 24-12, Sullivan. Just underway here, third quarter. On top, Summers goes on the wing to Glazer, trying to cut inside. Stops, goes back outside to Kirk in the corner, waiting for it there. Grauer inside. Down low to Summers. Up and in. Nice pass by Dace. Sam Summers kind of dominating this game. He's got 14 points as May has it on the perimeter. Down top of the key goes to Conkle. Now to Richter. Richter trying to get away from Glazer. Moves along that perimeter line. Now across it goes to Sanders. His three-pointer up and good. Hayden Sanders gets a three to answer Summers, two. So they can do that the rest of the game. Salem can catch back up. Pass goes down low to Gower. Gower all the way across the floor. Comes down in the hands of Kirk. Back to Gower. Gower on that perimeter right in front of the Sullivan bench. Getting inside to Dace. Back to Gower for the three. No good. And Gately battles for Summers. Possession arrow will favor the Salem Tigers as Gately and Sam Summers tied each other up. 26-15. Salem down by 11. As Richter will bring it out. Just underway here. This is the third quarter. Pass to Gunnar Conkle in the corner. Gately on the perimeter. Fires it all the way across to Sanders. Backs up another three. Just off the rim. Gately trying to bring it down. Can't. It goes in the hands of Dace. Dace down the right wing. Coming back against the Tiger defense. Flips it right side to Gower. I'm sorry, to Glazer. Excuse me. Now Dace again with it out near center court. Drives down the right wing in front of the Eagle bench. Fires it inside, down to Kirk. In the corner to Glazer. Back to Dace, now on top to Kirk. Left side pass. Gower has that one. Gower to Glazer. Glazer beyond three, goes in the corner. Dace trying to cut inside. A lot of movement by Sullivan. Down low to Sam. And blocked there by Caden Gately as Summers tried to go up with it, and Gately just got the palm on it and just pushed it out of bounds. 5:59 to go, third quarter. 26-15. The inbound comes down and rimming that one out. No good by Gower, but put back up and in by Gavin Dace. Again, the Tigers not getting any rebounds. They've been out-rebounded by 10 in this contest. Gunnar Conkle down to Sanders outside to May. May trying to go back to Gunnar. Gunnar, fadeaway jumper off the front of the rim. Nobody there for the rebound. And Kirk has that one. The Eagles back in their yellow, I should say gold uniforms, not yellow. Bounce pass to right side. Getting it there is Glazer. Glazer in the corner. Bounce pass there to Kirk. Back to Glazer. Near Coach Dino McKinney. Out high, out near center court. Glazer has it. Flips it left side to Gower. In the corner, Summers. Summers in that far left corner. Started driving against Sanders. Got cut off. Goes back to Gower. Gower against Trey Richter. On top to Kirk. Over to Glazer. Sullivan doing great ball control right here. In the corner, the three up and out. It goes in and out. Right into the hands of the Tiger player, Gately. Quick pass to May, and May will draw the foul on Aiden Kirk coming down. And there will be a shooting foul with 4:47 to go in this third quarter. Salem down by 13. 28-15. May with 6 points. He has the only two free throws for Salem in the game and missed that one. Sullivan was 3 of 3 in that first half. Salem was 2 of 2. Not a lot of free throws at all. May is the first miss of the night for either team. Next one is up and good. And a timeout call by Coach Jared Peterson. We've got Patterson, excuse me. We've got 4:47 left to go third quarter. It's 28 for the Eagles, 16 for the Tigers. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
The Dane County Adult Daycare Center at Enrichment Services of Dane County provides services tailored to fit the various unique needs of many individuals in the county. This includes providing them with transportation, healthy meals, medical monitoring, crafts, games, field trips, and local entertainment. Meeting the social and recreational needs of these individuals is important, allowing them the chance to blend in with those around them. If you have questions, call Director Tanya Newman at 729-7279.
So they don't get inside and 5 rebounds. 28-16 the score. Eagles will have the ball. Salem will get a bit of a full court press here against the Eagles. Goes inside to Glazer. Glazer double team. Fires in the middle of the floor, and moving away is Kirk. Kirk 3-on-1. Pass taken there by Gower. That was a double dribble, no call. And here comes May after the steal. Lays it up and in. Salem Tigers get their first steal. No call on the Gower double dribble. Salem Tigers trying to force another turnover. They're down by 10. Gower got it, took 2 steps, put it back down on the floor after bouncing it, and no call by the officials. Inbound comes to Glazer. Glazer runs into a couple of Tigers, but able to back out. Now down to Gower. Gower goes in the corner to Kirk. Kirk down low to Summers. Summers spins to the paint, lays it in. He's got 16. Lead back to 12 with 4:05 to go in the third quarter. Tigers May, who's got 9 points. Bison all the way down off the glass. Too short. Taken there underneath by Glazer. Off to Dace. Again, one and done for the Salem Tigers. Back comes Dace again. Dace fires in the corner. Sam Summers has it. Sam backs it out. Flips. Well, doesn't flip it yet. Now does get it off to Dace. Dace kicks it right side. Getting it over there, Glazer. Back to Dace. Good ball control by Sullivan here. And now in the right corner, it's Glazer back to Dace out near center court to Kirk. Aiden Kirk getting it to Glazer. Glazer trying to take it in. Kirk a three-pointer up and good. His second 3 of the game. That extends the lead out to 15 over the Tigers with 3:15 to go in the third quarter. Bounce pass to Sanders, back to May on top Trey Richter. Richter, top of the key, left side Sanders for the three-pointer. It's good. Aiden Sanders answers that 3 with his own. Salem down by, again, 12 points. Pass the other way goes to Summers all the way down. Puts it up, partially blocked there by Caden Gately, but they're going to call a foul. Looked like Caden got something but ball, but we're on the other side of the floor. So the other official right there underneath there said there was body contact. That'll be 3 on Caden. And going to the line will be Sam Summers. He's 2 for 2 for the stripe. And this free throw, it's no good. Caden Du Bois and Henry Cameron check in. Roy Stevens going to check in as well for Sanders. 2:55 to go third quarter. Salem down by 12. Coach Patterson trying to get as many guys in the game and give them some playing time here. That free throw also no good, but brought down by Dace. Puts it back up, no good. Gets his own rebound. Missed again, put down by Summers, and he's got it. Dace with 2 rebounds, Summers with 1, and finally Summers puts it home. 35-21. Pass to Gunnar Conkle. Conkle back to Du Bois. Out to Trey Richter. On top, Cameron. Henry trying to drive in. Goes back to Stevens. To Trey Richter. Richter getting away from Kirk to Du Bois. To Gunnar Conkle for that 3. It's off the iron into the hands of Kirk. With 2:20 left to go in this third quarter, Coach Dino McKinney will burn a timeout. 35 for Sullivan, 21 for Salem. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball, KSMO Media. 35-21 as we're back in St. James. This is the first of two games tonight. St. James and Waynesville will tangle next. Big win for Rush over Sullivan on Tuesday night in overtime by 1 point. So they will take on Fatima, and that will be tomorrow night, 6:30. That should be a dandy ball game. And Blair Oaks and Rolla will battle on Friday night at 8 o'clock. That also should be a dandy ball game. (35-21). The Eagles have the advantage. The inbound coming back to Koch. And Koch throws it away, intending that for Dace. Second turnover by the Eagles in this half. Salem needs to capitalize on these turnovers. They did not early in the game. Pass comes across to Sanders, who's back in the game. Hayden with a couple of threes, goes back to Bryson May. Top of the key, left side to Gately. Gately starts his drive in. Little baby hook is good. Nice shot by Caden Gately. He's got 4. Tigers again down by 12. Pass down the middle of the floor to Glazer. Glazer getting it to Kirk, and a shot blocked there by Gately, but a foul called as well. Cade trying to plead his case, but it did look like he made body contact. He's got 4 now. And the free throw is up and good by Aiden Kirk. Landon Richter checks in. And the next free throw is also good by Kirk. 2 of 4 here in the second half, and their lead again back to 14. Conkle trying to get inside, out to Sanders. Another 3, and that's off the iron. Brought down by Dace. Dace with now 9 rebounds. Long pass on the side. Glazer comes down. Short jumper's good. Chris Glazer scores his 5th point. The lead now out to 16. Cameron over to Gunnar Conkle. Coming down low. Scoops it up and in. Good move by Gunnar. And a timeout called by Coach Jared Patterson. We're in the third quarter, the 1:24 left to go. 39 for Sullivan, 25 for Salem. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Insurance with a local agent? It's called service. Call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Don't forget the winner of this game will play Saturday afternoon, 3:30. The loser, 5 o'clock tomorrow here at St. James. Lady Tigers are in Owensville tonight. We wish them the best against the Dutch girls. It was a varsity-only game starting at 6 o'clock. Good luck to Coach Woody and our Lady Tigers, who are 6-0 in the 2023 year. They're 6 wins in a row. Right now, it's Sullivan with the ball. It is Dace going right side to Glazer. Back to Dace. Ball tipped away, stolen. Here's the Salem Tigers with their 3rd steal. To May, a short layup. Good. And they call a charge. A late call by the official on May, who came in on an angle. Take the basket off. May's first foul. Not much of a charge. They haven't called many fouls on this one, but that was a pretty tough call. Not much of contact there, and not even really sending Gower back at all. Here's Summers with it. Getting on top to Koch. Koch flips it all the way across to Kirk. Now back to Dace, right at the top of the key. Dace looking for Summers, but not open. They get it to Koch. Now to Summers on that baseline against Sanders. He strips it away. 4th steal for the Salem Tigers. Here comes Richter all the way down. Was stripped away from him by Dace, their 1st steal. First turnover by the Salem Tigers. Ball goes in the corner. Kept alive. There's a walk, no call. Down to Summers. Summers has that ball stolen away. Tigers are getting the steals, but they're not getting any points. And now stolen right back by Sullivan. Summers stops, walks with it, no call. lays it up, missed it, gets his own rebound, and he's fouled. Well, these officials are missing 3 or 4 walks in the game. Can't take the ball, take 3 steps before putting it down, and they have not called that 3 times here in the third quarter. Foul called, by the way, Hayden Sanders on Summers, who got his own rebound. And Salem, as I mentioned, does not have an answer for him. His free throw will not go. Next one is good. 19 points now for Sam Summers. He'll take a little break. Salem has no answer for his size and girth. So he's a big boy, he's a wide body, and Tigers just don't compete on that level. Seth Valley checks in for him. Elvis in the corner to Sanders, back to Gunnar Conkle. Salem down by 15. Cameron across to Richter for the 3. It's good. Landon Richter hits that 3 with 3 seconds left, and that's going to do it as a speaker gets hit by a shot from Koch, and that ends the quarter. Salem Tigers score 16 in that third quarter, but they don't get anywhere as Sullivan also scores 16. It's still a 12-point ball game. It's 40 for Sullivan. It's 28 for the Salem Tigers. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Life is a series of moments. Big moments, small moments, moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. At Edward Jones, we want to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning for a trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why an Edward Jones financial advisor like me works with you to build strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through all of it. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Leah Nash. Call me or Joe Brand at Edward Jones, 573-729-3831. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Is your back continually giving you pain? Do you constantly have headaches? Do you have numbness or tingling in your arms, hands, legs, or feet? These are symptoms, and they're a warning sign from your body. And if you'd like to know why they're occurring, Dr. Amber Duncan of Duncan Chiropractic can help. Her mission is to find the cause of the problem and correct it. Give Dr. Amber Duncan a call at 729-2321 or stop by 401 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
Getting ready to start the fourth quarter. 40-28 our score. Salem needs a rally here. Right now it's Kirk with the ball for Sullivan. Bounce pass goes on top to Koch. Koch out near center court. Back to Kirk. Sullivan will do a lot of ball control here, so they may not even shoot the entire fourth quarter. They are that good. Move the ball around, but that's a bad pass. Tigers steal it away. Their fifth steal. Here's Conkle all the way down. Lays it up and in. Tigers down by 10 after that turnover and steal. The Tigers have taken advantage of a couple of steals here and put some baskets in. They still trail it, though, by 10. Pass comes, across to Koch. Goes back on top, and a foul called on Landon Richter on the reach-in on Gavin Dace. We mentioned Gabe Dace, if you guys remember from the first game Salem Tigers played. He also played, but found out he injured his back in a workout, so he is out for the year. Tough break for that young man. Pass goes inside. Another foul is going to be called on the Salem Tigers. And pretty soon there'll be free throw shooting for Sullivan, as that's Henry Cameron with that foul. Sullivan will be in the bonus on the next foul. Pass comes out of the cross. They're just going to play catch with it. Glazer goes down to Koch. Koch goes down low and trying to get down. Easy layup for Kirk. Nice passing by Sullivan. Kirk has 10. Conkle the other way. Conkle's knocked down. A blocking foul called on Gavin Dace. Gunner actually kind of lost his balance. Dace just barely brushed him, but he'll have the foul called against him. Just a second team foul on Sullivan. Sanders fires it out to Gunnar Conkle. Salem down by 12 again. Conkle outside to May. May to Landon Richter for the 3. Off the iron, straight up in the air. Nobody there for the Tigers. Cameron almost took it away from Kirk. He comes down with that rebound to Dace down the right side. In the offensive zone in the corner to Summers. Back to Dace. Dace bounce past Summers in that right corner. Looking all the way out to the far corner to Glazer. Here comes Koch. A short jumper is good. Cambrian Koch, his first basket of the game, and extends the lead out to 14. Here's Gunnar Conkle. He's trying to dance his way in, lost the ball, stolen away by the Eagles. Here they come the other way, lay it up and in, and the foul. I believe that's going to be on Henry Cameron. And actually going to call it on May. Both guys were down there. But you can let them score the basket, and then they get a chance to add to it. They're going to foul. Don't let them score. May will check out. Gately back in with 4 fouls. 46-30, Sullivan with the lead. And Dace will shoot the free throw. And it is no good, but brought down there by Kirk. Kicks it back out to Dace. Dace stops, back down intended for Summers, but the Tigers steal it away. Now to Landon Richter off the glass. Will not go. Ball tipped and brought down by Koch. Koch a long pass the other way to Dace. 46-30. Tigers again missing after another steal. They're just not able to score on those turnovers. The other way. Sullivan has it out near center court. They're not in any big hurry to shoot here. As with the ball right now is Gower. Gower spins away from 2 Tigers. Don't call there. Goes in the corner to Koch. 5.5 to go, and now a foul called on Landon Richter, and then he is pushed down by Gower, who gets a technical. So Landon Richter gets the foul, then Gower gets the technical. He went and pushed him down. They could actually kick him out of the game on that one. That was almost to the point of being a very dangerous foul, because Richter is a little guy, and Drake Gower is about 6'6". The free throw missed. After he shoots his 1, it'll be Landon Richter shooting 2, and then the Salem Tigers will get the ball. But that push was totally unnecessary. They're going to let Gunnar Conkle shoot the free throws. Salem down by 16, 5.5 to go. Let's see if that's some kind of momentum changer, and Conkle misses the free throw. He missed them both. Salem will have the ball, so opportunities for the Salem Tigers to cut into the lead have kind of gone by the wayside here a few times. May will come in for Gunnar Conkle to check out. Salem right now shooting 3 of 6 from the stripe in the game. Here's Landon Richter on top to Sanders. Getting it to May. May to Cameron. Henry. Back to May. Bryson will give it off to Landon Richter for the 3. It's offline. And taken underneath by Dace. Dace now with 11 rebounds. All the way down. Here's Kirk trying to kick it across. Ball loose on the floor. Comes now to Sam Summers. Bounce pass out to Dace. Dace out beyond the three-point arc. In the corner, there's Koch. Koch driving down to Summers. Summers turns, spins. Got 3 guys on him and able to move away. Call for a double dribble. Well, they finally called one. Sullivan's gotten away with a few of those extra steps. Richter picks it up after letting it go as far as he could without touching it. That way the clock does not start. Sanders gets it to Cameron. Henry on that perimeter. Cross to Gately. Gately stops, short jumper, no good. Bryson May gets the rebound. He can't get it to go, then tries to go back up with it, and a foul called on Aiden Kirk. So Salem finally getting underneath there, getting some offensive boards. May comes down with it. He's fouled. Kirk gets his second. Tigers still down by 16, and time is now becoming a bit of a problem. But down to 4:37 to go. Still a lot of time. But you're going to have to start scoring some points. Salem with just 2 points in this fourth quarter. Sullivan has 6. Bryson May, 3 of 4 from the stripe, and this one is no good. So Salem 0 for 3 here in the fourth quarter. Next one, this one is also no good. Salem 0 for 4. And now timeout called by the coach. We've got a little bit of blood on Cambrian Koch. He's going to have to check out as Glazer comes back in. Pass comes into Glazer. Glazer turns, spins, flips it over to Aiden Kirk. Kirk into the corner. All the way back on top to Dace. Bounce pass down low to Koch. To Gower, and he walks with the ball. Well, that, my friends, is 9th turnover in this half for Sullivan. They had 10 in the first half, and the Tigers still trail by 16. Out on top, May. May back to Sanders. Sanders shot blocked, comes down loose, goes back court. Sanders gets it back to May. May to the paint, to the hole, scoops it up and in. Ball set on the rim. Bryson has 11. Tigers, though, down by 14. 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. With that ball, Glazer getting it to Gower. Gower in the offensive zone, and a foul is going to be called on Salem. On Bryson May. Now we'll put Gower at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Following this foul, Sullivan will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. So 1-and-1 here for Drake Gower. Gunnar Conkle moves in to take the place of Hayden Sanders. 3:55 on the clock. Free throw is no good. Tipped there by Conkle, and he keeps it alive, but then throws it right in the hands of Summers. Well, that turnover, totally unnecessary. Goes back across to Gower. So Sullivan gets that ball back, flips it all the way across into the corner, and it goes off the hands of Aiden Kirk last. And the officials are going to talk about that. Ball was actually kind of knocked out of, they're going to say Sullivan ball still. Aiden Kirk had the Tiger player hit his hand and the ball took off. That's just an extension of the ball movement. 3:38 to go. The ball goes back court to Koch. Cambrian Koch puts it right side Aiden Kirk. 3.5 to go. 46-32 Eagles. Kirk goes on top to Dace, to Kirk, to Dace, to Gower. They just play catch with it. On the right side, Dace is tied up and a foul called by Landon Richter, his third. Sanders coming back in. Landon now with 3 fouls. To the line is Dace. He's 1 of 2 from the stripe, and this one is no good. Well, getting a time where free throw shooting usually is a must, and neither team can hit. This one is good. By Dace. 47-32. Cameron backs up, takes the 3, trying to bank it in, no good. Brought down by Kirk, and timeout call by Coach McKinney. 3:08 remains. Sullivan on top by 15, 47-32. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. Call 729-5761. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
We won our first game, and then we won the two in the last. Beat Sullivan. Then we lost them. No, it's not back. 47-32. Don't forget Blues hockey coming your way next against the Nashville Predators. We'll join that game immediately following Tiger basketball right here on KSMO Radio, and that will begin here shortly. Blues game just about ready to get underway, so we're not going to miss too much of that first period. Well, we'll join that in progress. 3:08 remains, 47-32. Tigers of Salem had chances, just could not get that ball to fall. Taking advantage of 19 turnover Sullivan errors. They didn't do it. Just did not take advantage of it. Pass comes to Summers. It'll be just basically four corners now for the Sullivan Eagles. They'll just make the possession, make it count. They'll force Salem to foul. So they give it back to Koch. Koch will flip it over right side to Dace. This is what Coach McKinney is so good at, ball control. Right now with it, Paul goes inside to Summers. He's all alone, lays it up and missed it. Rebound taken down by Gower, and he puts it back in. 49-32. Eagles, 2:25 to go. They took about 45 seconds off. Cameron with the three. It will not fall. Brought down by Dace. Quickly down the other way. Here's Kirk. Going back to Gower. Gower out near center court. Man-to-man coverage by Salem. Giving it off to Koch. Back to Gower. Sullivan very patient right now with a ball. Gower trying to get away. Ball loose, almost stolen away by the Tigers, and they do get it away. That is their sixth steal of the second half. May trying to get that shot up left-handed. He is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two, but the Tigers are 0 for 4 from the stripe here in this fourth quarter. They've got only 4 points in this fourth quarter. They had only 4 points in the second quarter, and there's 1:51 left. Foul called on Aiden Kirk. It's his third. So May will try and break that string here in the fourth quarter, and that free throw is good. St. James and Waynesville will tangle next. As we mentioned a few times tonight, winner of this game will play the winner of that game. May misses that one. That'll be Saturday afternoon at 3:30. Loser of this game will play the loser of that game at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening. Pass right now comes to Dace. Sullivan with the 16-point lead with a minute and a half to go. Pass goes down low. All alone is Dace, and he scores easy. Gavin Dace now has 10. The lead is 18. Pass to Sanders. Sanders comes down, back on top to Cameron. Henry trying to dance his way in, puts it outside, and a blocking foul called. He flipped it out to Gately, but he was fouled. 15 foul, not a shooting foul. Foul was called on Sam Summers. Sanders out on top to Gunnar Conkle. Takes the three. It's offline. Brought down by Summers. Summers with his 8th rebound. And Sullivan ready to run this one out. 51-33. Salem will fall to 5-12 on the year. And the Eagles will go on to play the winner of that game tomorrow as the pass down low to Sam Summers. He banks it in. He's got 21 in this game. And the lead is now 20 for the Eagles. 49 seconds left. Sanders on top to Cameron to Sanders for a three. This is no good. Again, one and done and brought down by Koch. And a timeout call by Coach McKinney so he can get in some other players. Coach Patterson can do the same. This one is out of reach. 53-33. Cooper Donner's going to check in. Also coming in, Seth Valley. Number 24, Max Avery will make his appearance. Number 1, Matthew McCoy will, Malloy, will come in. And number 21, Ian Tudor will check in. Another big kid. Tigers elect not to make any changes. Leave their lineup out there. 53-33 our score. Donner has it. Down low, the shot up, missed. Ball tipped, it comes out high to Gately. Gately in the offensive zone. Fires it over to Cameron. In the corner, Gunnar Conkle for the 3, and it's short. Comes down in the hands of Malloy. Malloy, quick pass down to Donner. Donner lays it up and in. 15 seconds left. The lead now 22. Here's May. May lost the ball. Stolen away by the Eagles. Tigers' 14th turnover of the game. Down to 1 second left, and that'll do it. Salem loses it 57-33. Here at KSMO Radio, 1340 AM. We're going to come right back. And when we do, we have for you Blues hockey when we return. But first, let's do some stats here in 3 minutes. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Have you had a fender bender or crashed your vehicle? Come and see Jadwin and Smith Auto Body and Auto Care for all of your auto body needs. They have over 20 years of experience of putting vehicles back in mint condition. Take your vehicle to Jadwin and Smith Auto Body and Auto Care at 1202 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem, across from Walmart, or call 729-3900. Locally owned by Tim and Wendy Smith.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
There's a lot to do at the newly renovated Salem City Park. Headlining the activities is the totally rejuvenated Alice Lou Craig Municipal Pool that offers visitors and residents of all ages a full day of fun. The park also includes a brand new splash pad adjacent to Billy's Playground, Salem's new all-accessible playground where children with different abilities can play together. The park has numerous ball fields as well as pavilions that are available to rent for private outings. For more information about the Salem City Park, visit the Salem Park and Recreation Facebook page online.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services, plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan, or can't afford to go away to college, or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact Admissions Counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem Campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
Are you a renter that has always dreamed of owning your own home but aren't sure where to start? Town & Country Bank can help. With our local lending team, Town & Country Bank has been helping renters make their dreams come true by giving them the tools they need to own their very own home. I'm Andrew Wynn with Town & Country Bank. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 899641.
Tigers lose it. They fall to 5-12 on the season by final score 55-33. And just a game of missed opportunity for the Salem Tigers. Early on, they had chances after chances. 20 turnovers by Sullivan in this game, and the Tigers did not take advantage except 4 of them. 4 of those turnovers. And so points off turnovers, just not enough. Salem Tigers finished with 14 turnovers and had 10 steals in the game, but only scored on 2. 6 steals for Sullivan. They scored on 5 of those 6 steals against the Salem Tigers. Big part of this game was Sullivan out-rebounded Salem 37-11. I don't think I've ever seen a discrepancy that large, but the Tigers were one and done most of the second half, and they got out-rebounded badly in that second half, 21-4. 21-4 in that second half. Leading scorer for the Salem Tigers in the game was Bryce May with 12. Following that, Gunnar Conkle and Hayden Sanders each with 6. 4 for Caden Gately, 3 for Landon Richter, and 2 for Trey Richter in the contest. Leading rebounders for the Salem Tigers were Gately and May with 3 each. Gunnar Conkle had 2. Richter had 2. Sanders had 1 in the game for the Salem Tigers. For the Sullivan Eagles, Sam Summers with 21 points led the way. Following him, Aiden Kirk with 10. Gavin Dace with 10. 5 each for Chris Glazer and Drake Gower. 2 points for Cambria Kacha, 2 for Cooper Donner in the game. League rebounder for Sullivan was Dace with 12. 10 by Aiden Kirk. 8 for Sam Summers. 4 for Chris Glazer. 2 for Cambria Kacha. 1 for Drake Gower in the game. Actually, 1 more for Malloy late in that contest, so they actually had 38 rebounds to 11 for the Salem Tigers. Not enough opportunities to get things done, but the Tigers got out to an 8-2 lead, could not extend the lead. Sullivan came back with the final 7 points of the first quarter, led it 9-8 after 1 quarter, and then the Tigers only got 4 points in that second quarter, and the Sullivan Eagles were able to capitalize that, outscored Salem 15-4, led by 12 at halftime, and it pretty well just stayed at 12, 10, 14, pretty much through the entire third and into the fourth quarter. And finally, the Tigers had to foul. The Eagles still didn't shoot very well from the free throw line. They finished 1 of 5, but they were able to get rebounds off missed free throws and putbacks. Tigers were 1 of 6 from the free throw line in that fourth quarter, and finished 2 of 8 in the second half when they had some opportunities to come back, could not get it done. So Salem falls to 5-12. They will face the loser of Waynesville St. James tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We'll be here to bring it to you here starting at 4:50 with Tiger Talk and Coach Patterson. For Krista back at the station, my name is Stan Stevens. Thanks for joining us for Tiger basketball from the St. James tournament. We got Blues hockey coming your way in just a moment right here on KSMO. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and leave you to that. Have yourselves a great evening. We'll be back here in St. James tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, for Salem versus either St. James or Waynesville. Enjoy Blues hockey coming your way next. Good night from St. James.
Did you know that hand washing was the single most effective way to stay healthy? This is Deborah Hobson, Director of Infection Prevention, Employee Health and Education. Many diseases and conditions are spread by not washing hands with soap and clean running water. Germs can get into the body through the eyes, nose, and mouth. If you have any questions regarding proper hand washing techniques or infection prevention, give me a call at 729-6626, Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
This has been Salem Tiger Basketball on KSMO, brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Town and Country Bank, the Salem Memorial Hospital, SMDH Family Medicine, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto Supply, Progressive Ozark Bank, Your World Today, Town Screen, Town and Country Insurance, the City of Salem, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Duncan Family Chiropractic Center, Edward Jones, Jadwin and Smith Auto Body, State Farm Insurance, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Salem Trust, Cuddy's Well Service, Enrichment Services. Join us next time for Salem Tiger Basketball on KSMO, 1340 AM, 95.7 FM, or watch the game at KSMOradio.com or from the KSMO stream page on Facebook.